HarperCollins and HarperAudio present Marble Hall Murders, a novel by Anthony Horowitz. Performed by Lesley Manville and Tam McMullen.
Marble Hall Murders is a standalone novel, but it is also the third book in a series that began with Magpie murders. Listeners should be aware that the solution to Magpie murders is revealed in this new book. To Leander and Cosima. I hope you'll read this one day. A new start. Is there really such a thing as a happy ending? When I think about the books I've loved throughout my life, it's always the final chapter that has left me with a sense of completeness, that has made the whole story worthwhile. I can still remember the relief I felt as a very young girl when Black Beauty found comfort and safety at Birtwick Park, or when Mary and Colin were discovered playing together in their perfect secret garden. Later on, I was feverishly turning the pages when Emma finally realised she was in love with Mr. Knightley. And again when Jane Eyre gave birth to her first son with Mr. Rochester. Happy ever after? Of course they were. How could there be any question that they would be otherwise? It was a certainty that nurtured my love of literature, and it never occurred to me that Mary and Colin would grow up, bicker, and go their separate ways, or that Black Beauty would inevitably share the same fate at the Knacker's Yard as Boxer in Animal Farm, another book I devoured in my teens. How long would it be before Emma went back to her old ways or Mr. Rochester came to resent being an invalid in Jane's care? The great joy of fiction is that no matter how problematic the journey, the resolution is somehow inevitable. Even when the main character dies, think of Sidney Carton's sacrifice in A Tale of Two Cities, or Michael Henchard's pitiful departure at the end of The Mayor of Casterbridge, you realise it's exactly how it was meant to be, and in that you find comfort. But there's no altering, so it must be, as Hardy said. Real life, with all its nuances and complexities, isn't the same, and this is especially true in the 21st century. Bad people prosper. Good people go bust. Read the newspapers or social media, and it's easy to believe that there is no justice in the world and nobody is happy at all. I had thought that Andreas and I were going to be together forever. I loved him, and although there were occasions when we wanted to strangle each other, I really believed I'd come to terms with Crete and had surrendered myself to the Aegean Sea, olive groves, the hollow tinkle of goats' bells, perfect sunsets, and dinners with friends on long trestle tables beneath the bougainvillea. It was my own happy ending, or it would have been if my life had been a book. But Crete never worked for me. I could have stayed there for a week, a month, even a year, but my whole life? I saw the very old ladies sitting outside their houses, dressed head to toe in black, and I thought, is that what I'm going to become? The Wednesday market, the olive harvest at the end of October, name days with cakes and biscuits, weddings and baptisms, always with the same box of fireworks. It just wasn't me. There were times when I almost resented the beauty of the landscape for keeping me its prisoner, and I found myself wondering just how much life I was missing on the other side of the mountains. I was, after all, on an island. Every morning I went swimming in the dazzling blue water and came back with a vague sense that I hadn't swum far enough. Against all the odds, the Hotel Polydorus, which Andreas had bought and I had helped
Sample complete. Ready to continue?